They're attacking Jerusalem now, because of those Zionists over there. Ooh, good. She get Papa some. No, don't get Uncle son. No. Don't be giving Uncle son. Don't be letting Uncle get Papa's glory. So these are the last days. In 2nd Esdras, we're going to jump around a little bit so I can show you that we are in the last days and we need to do something. We need to get faithful and strong in the Lord. That's 2nd Esdras chapter 6, verse 9. I'm going to bag it up. I'm going to go with verse 6. Okay? Because Esdras, he wanted to know. Things on his mind about these last days, and how do he know these are the last days, and what do we do? Then did I consider these things, and they all were made through me alone, and through none other. By me also they shall be ended, and by none other. So God gonna put an end to it. He said, but by him. Then answered I and said, what shall be the parting asunder of the times? I mean, when the time's going to come to an end? But remember, this is on Esdras. When you're reading Jesus said, time shall be no more. So you want to know when is these times. And this is how you know we're in the last days. It said, let me read it again, verse 7. Then answered I and said, what shall be the parting asunder of the times? Or when shall be the end of the first and the beginning of it that follow? So when is going to be the beginning or the end at the end? And what's going to follow after the end? When it's going to be? Okay. And the beginning of it that follow. And he said unto me, from Abraham unto Isaac, then Jacob and Esau were born of him. Jacob's hand held first the heel of Esau. So when Jacob and Esau came out first, and Jacob had his heel. What's the heel of a person? The heel is the end of a person, right? Yeah. Like people say head to toe. Toes are the end. So the heel is the end. So Jacob held Esau's heel. Jacob is the beginning of the new creation. Esau is the end. Watch, verse 9. For Esau is the end of the world, and Jacob is the beginning of that followeth. Now you know we are in the end because Esau is the end of the world. Mm-hmm. Judgment is on Esau. A lot of things about to happen to Esau. But before Esau, God had to wake up Jacob, or who we said in Jacob. Who was God waking up first? Judah. Exactly. Verse 9 in chapter 49 in Genesis. And Judah, if you want to turn it, chapter 9. You got a Bible in there? Yeah. Okay. Chapter 49, verse 9. Judah. Mm-hmm. We're going to start verse 8. Judah art he whom thy brothers shall praise. Thy hand shall be in the net of thy enemies. Thy father's children shall bow down before thee. Judah is a lion's whelp from the prey. My son, thou art gone up. He stooped down, he crouched as a lion, and as an old lion, who shall rouse him up? The scepter shall not depart from Judah, nor a lawgiver from between his feet, until Shiloh come. And unto him shall the gathering of the people be. He said, Judah, he's going to gather the nation of the nation of Israel. These are the last days. You got to wake up. We got to, like one man said, these days are terrible days to leave God. You need God more so now because of the judgment that's on Esau. Everything is opening up. And Esau lied to us when he told us that the world is 1,000,000 years old. Now, God may be 1,000,000,000 times 1,000,000,000, but the world is not that old. But that's what it, because you got to understand. They was talking about that we are from the tribe, certain tribe, and how can you prove that? How can you prove it? I mean, wasn't no DNA back then. How you gonna prove it? You see what I'm saying? Those are continual lies that the world teaches. This is like saying, well, that rock was 1,000,000,000 years old. How do you know that rock was 1,000,000,000 years old? I remember this with this one basketball player. What's his name, Brother Renzo? And they was upset with him because he said that he don't believe the men went to the moon. I can't confirm it or deny it. You understand? Whether he went to the moon or not. But basketball players say he didn't go. Y'all didn't go to the moon. So Esau said, we got proof. He said, prove it. We got rocks from the moon. And I almost choked. But you can get rocks anywhere. What the rock gonna do? What the rock gonna tell you? We came from the moon. No, rocks ain't gonna tell you that. That's a lie. Kurt, what's his name? He won a couple of years, him and his team. Last year they didn't win. They played to the end, but he didn't win. Steph Curry. There you go. Steph Curry. He said he didn't believe he went to the moon. But they said they went to the moon. It is what it is. They made it went to the moon. But you can't have hard to believe Esau. Because every time he opened his mouth, he lied. You understand? They get on TV and it's news, media, everybody lying. But it's like, look at this president. The president only tell the truth when his mouth is not open. As soon as his mouth open, he lied. And they believe those lies. That just blows me out the way, how they believe those lies. But that's how it is. So that's why we confirm everything from the scriptures. It's got to be in the scriptures. If it ain't in the scriptures, they wrong. Like here, chapter 14, it tells you about 2nd Esther, chapter 14. Talk about the word. Talk about the word. That's what it do. Okay. Let's see here. We're going to start with verse 9, chapter 14, 2nd Esther. For thou shalt be taken away from all, and from henceforth thou shalt remain with my son, to my Christ, and with such as be like thee, until the times be ended. For the world has lost his youth, and the times begin to wax old. It's getting old. The world coming to an end because God got to do something else. But Israel is coming into power now. So you got to do something else. Okay? For the world is divided into what? 12 parts. So remember what it just said. And the 10th parts of it are gone already. So 10,000 years are gone already. So the world ain't that old, is it? He said, it says 12 parts. 10,000 is gone. 10,000 years are gone already. So you got less than 10,000, you got less than 2,000 years. Why? Because it said 10 parts of it are gone already. And the half of a 10th part. And there remains that which is after the half of the 10th part. So you're talking about what, 10 and a half? Or 11, something like that. We don't know exactly because Jesus said nobody knew the day or the hour. Exactly. But we do know we are in the end times. And this right here said the world is in 12 parts. That's 12,000 years. And 10,000 is gone. So whatever that mess that Esau talking about, the world is a billion years old and all, it was a bunch of lies. So I'm just sharing it with you. So we need to know these things. Because the way they taught us was wrong. They didn't teach how to read the Bible. They said, one man said you read the Bible from Genesis. Then somebody said you read it from Matthew's, the New Testament. But how do we read the Bible? Help me out. How the scripture said we read the Bible.
Precept by precept.
Huh?
Line by line.
Precept upon precept. Line upon line. That's how we read the Bible. Okay? That means you're going to find something here, then you're going to find something else a little there. I'm going to give you a perfect example. Let me show you this. Because I was studying this a few days ago. We're going to deal with, right now, we're going to deal with 11th chapter, if you want to. The 11th chapter, the two witnesses. Show you how Esau taught us to read. This is our book. This is our history. But this is how Esau taught us, because God did that. God took away our heritage. He destroyed our heritage. Amen. The scripture said, you got your phone on you?
My phone did.
Okay, what about Jesus Genesis? You got Google? Could you Google discontinue our heritage? Tell me what chapter.
Hey Siri.
Huh?
Discontinue our heritage.
Right.
Okay, I found this on the web for how long must continue our heritage. Check it out.
What
I
book?
didn't catch that.
I mean, what chapter? It's in Isaiah.
What you looking for?
Discontinue our heritage. Either Isaiah or Jeremiah. So if you look that up for me, somebody. If you can Google it up. So that's how you know.
Jeremiah 17:4.
Jeremiah 17, verse 4. Okay. Sure enough. And thou, even thyself, shall discontinue from thy heritage that I gave thee, and I will cause thee to serve thine enemies, where we are right now, in the land which thou knowest not. Remember, we didn't know, and they took our language from us. And ye have kindled a fire in my anger, which shall burn forever. That's how upset God was. He said, you had kindled a fire. You go out there and serve another God. He said, you have kindled a fire in my anger, which shall burn forever. Now, where is this fire going to burn forever? Hellfire. That's right. Everybody that died without God, he killed all Israel.
Why?
Now, 11th chapter, we're going to go back to Revelation. 11th chapter, we're going to start with verse 1. Show you that line upon line, how they agree with each other. Okay? Genesis, do me a favor. And turn Zechariah 4, verse 1. Zechariah 4, verse 1. I'm going to read this. You got it?
Revelation.
Yeah, 11:1. Go ahead and read it for me. So Jenny.
And there was given me a reed like unto a rod. And the angel stood, saying, Rise, and measure the temple of God, and the altar, and them that worship therein. But the court which is without the temple leave out, and measure it not, for it is given unto the Gentiles. And the holy city shall they tread underfoot 42 months. And I will continue.
Yeah.
And I will give power unto my two witnesses,
The two witnesses.
and they shall prophesy for 2,260 days, clothed in sackcloth.
Good enough. Now, this is two witnesses. See, now Esau told us there's going to be two men. That's what Esau taught us. Two men going to be prophesying. But this is what Esau taught us. Now you got to figure out what we're wrong, because where's the two men that's prophesying? See what I'm saying? So you got to go to the scriptures. Esau is using his own understanding. So we're going to go to Zechariah. Where I say Zechariah, 4th chapter. I'm going to show you. This how you know that they wrong. This how you know that they wrong. Because it said the two olive trees. You remember that, bud?
Yeah.
Years ago, that's it. So two witnesses. Two olive trees, not true. Okay. 4th chapter, Zechariah. That's why I'm telling my daughter Genesis some time ago. I said they ain't gonna teach what we teach here. Esau can't teach it. You can go to Esau's church, they can't teach it. Why? Because the law was given to, what we said, the law given to who?
Israel.
Judah. Exactly. So they can't understand the revelation. They started talking about it. I said that stuff. When y'all Google some of it that they teach, listen to it. You'll see what I'm talking about. And the angel that talked with me again, chapter 4, verse 1, Zechariah, and wake me as a man that is wakened out of his sleep, and said unto me, what seest thou? And I said, I have looked, and behold, a candlestick, all of gold, with the bowl upon the top of it, and his 7 lamps thereon, and 7 pipes to the 7 lamps, which are upon the top thereof, and the 2 olive trees by it, one upon the right side of the bowl, and the other upon the left side thereof. So I answered and spake to the angel that talked with me, saying, what are these, my Lord? Then the angel that talked with me answered and said unto me, knowest thou not what these be? And I said, no, my Lord. Then he answered and spake unto me and saying, this is the word of the Lord unto Zerubbabel, saying, not by might, nor by power, but by my spirit, saith the Lord. Who was given the law? He said, not by might. So who got this power? See what I'm saying? If you don't understand what's going on here in the scriptures, it's hard to explain, because they're looking for 2 people, not 2 people. Watch. Then answered I and said unto him, verse 11, what are these 2 olive trees upon the right side of the candlestick, and upon the left side thereof? And I answered again and said unto him, what be these 2 olive branches, which through the 2 golden pipes empty the golden oil out of themselves? And he answered me and said, knowest thou not what these be? And I said, no, my Lord. Then said he, these are the 2 anointed ones that stand by the Lord of the whole earth. These are 2 anointed ones. Now, who are the 2 anointed ones? Israel and Judah. They're the 2. There's no 2 men. He's talking about Israel. Because I went back and I said, maybe I could be wrong. And the Lord laid in my heart, no, it's Israel and Judah. The 2 sticks. Somebody look up the 2 sticks. It's the 2 sticks, and it's King James Version, or KJV. Somebody, okay? I'm just showing you how these working together, the scriptures. It's just that you can't see it if you're reading without the Spirit of the Lord directing you in what you're reading. Okay? This is Holy Ghost power. The 2 witnesses are dealing with 2 nations. Okay? Israel and Judah. But God said He's going to bring the 2 sticks together. Did you find it?
Oh, no.
You see if you can find it for me. Because Genesis is busy. I'm still bugging her.
Yeah, I don't
Huh? I'm sorry.
I'm keying in
Oh, we-
candlesticks.
like-
A lot of stuff gonna come up if I key candlesticks.
Not candlesticks. Did I say candlesticks?
Behold, I am gathering 2 sticks that I may go in and dress it for me and my son like that.
Okay, that ain't it. That ain't it.
Okay, well.
Okay, I'm sorry. I know it's in Isaiah and Jeremiah, the 2 sticks. I haven't found it, but I'll look for it. I'll get another one to go with it. She over there talking. What's she doing talking? Let's see. Is they around? All right, let's go back to the 11th chapter. Okay, located right now. So I located another time. Okay. He's all talking about us. It's talking about Israel. God has gathered us together. And that's what he's doing. And you can't understand because why? Hosea said, 12th chapter Hosea is in similitudes. You can't understand a similitude. Why? Because if you don't have the Spirit of God to explain it, then you're going to be in darkness. And so things are going to be in similitudes. Where's they located at? What I said in Hosea. Hosea 10. Let's see.
Go with it. Ain't no cookies in there. Go see.
My hands bothers me.
I don't care.
Let's see where it's located at. I'm sorry, 12 and 10. I'm looking for 10 and 12, 12 and 10. All right. I have also spoken by the prophets, and I have multiplied visions and used similitudes by the ministry of the prophets. So similitudes is something that, is similar. What you got, sweetheart? Give me some. Ooh, that's good. So y'all supposed to y'all come to church when y'all come to church. All right, give me some. Thank you. Thank you, little lady. Okay. All right, what time again?
12, 11.
Okay, all right. Let's go to Revelation chapter 13. We just zoom around, just showing you these are the last times, and this is the worst thing we can do is leave God at this time. Those things is happening, and you don't see it. We talked about this just this morning. Okay, I stood upon the sand of the sea and saw a beast rise up out of the sea, having 7 heads and 10 horns. Upon his horns 10 crowns, and upon his head the name of blasphemy. And the beast which I saw was like unto a leopard, and his feet were like as the feet of a bear, and his mouth as the mouth of a lion. And you don't understand this beast because the Bible said it's dragon, because he was diverse from the 4 beasts in the book of Daniel. Y'all remember the 4 beasts in the Daniel? But the 4th beast was dreadful. He was different. Why he was different? Because the other 3 beasts was like, it was just basically a one-man ruling. So you can recognize it. One beast, he said, was a lion. That was Nebuchadnezzar's empire. Then the next one was the Medo-Persian empire. Then the next one was the Grecian empire. They was ruled by one man. But then when you got to the 4th one, that was Rome. Rome was just ruled by one man, right?
Right.
It was ruled by the Senate. And that's in the book of 2nd Maccabees. Oh, that's crazy. And when you read it, the door is open, the understanding open. But it's just showing you how dreadful that beast is. In the United States, it's the same way. We rule by senates, congressmen, right? He said that beast is dreadful because he's different. And when what's that brother from Libya that they killed? Gaddafi. Gaddafi told them when the two World Trade buildings came down. I'm gonna say it like that because I don't know who did it. Because the United States lies so much. When he said when the two World Trade buildings come down, they thought for sure the United States was gonna collapse. And he said the United States ain't built like that. He said they're not gonna collapse. Gaddafi said it. He said they ain't built like
They
that.
don't have one head.
That's right. We don't have one head. We have a government. We have a body. And that's how they choose it. So if you kill the president, which they proven,
Vice president.
that's right. And they killed the vice president too. No, I said when they killed the president Kennedy, remember?
Oh, he became president the next day.
And then he walked right on into it. That's right. And business went on as usual, didn't it?
Kicked his wife out.
That's right. And business go right on because we ain't governed like that. That we that fourth beast. Now we already know Rome is gone. So it ain't talking about Rome. So who is it talking about? Talking about us. That's right. So, and I saw one of his heads as who were wounded to death. You're talking about the beast in his head. So what part of that was wounded? That was Rome. Rome was destroyed. But Rome came back in the person of the United States. Rome came back and his deadly wound was healed. And all the world wondered after the beast. They wondered after him. Why? Who was like United States? And they worshiped the dragon which gave power unto the beast. Now the dragon gave the beast power, but he wasn't the first one the dragon gave power to. The dragon talked to Jesus Christ in the wilderness. Remember that? And he said, if you bow down to me, I'll give you all of this, all this earth can offer. Remember that? I'm just paraphrasing it. But when he offered the same offer to Esau took it. And worshiped the dragon which gave power unto the beast, and they worshiped the beast, saying, who is like unto the beast? Who was able to make war with him? And there was given unto him a mouth speaking great things and blasphemies. And power was given unto him to continue 42 months. And he opened his mouth in blasphemy against God, to blaspheme his name, and his tabernacle, and them that dwell in heaven. And it was given unto him to make wars with the saints, and to overcome them. They overcame us. We've been over here a long time. We are the saints. We are the saints. That's in Psalms. I just can't jump around, but as we continue to read and God open our understanding, we'll run over to it again. And power was given unto him over all kindreds, tongues, and nations. And all that dwell upon the earth worship him, whose names are not written in the book of life of the Lamb, slain from the foundation of the world. And if any man have an ear, let him hear. And he that leadeth into captivity, talking about Esau, he led us into captivity, into slavery. He should go into captivity, he should go into slavery. So it is what it is. People say, so like one brother said, so what you saying, they don't have a chance to get saved? Everybody got a chance to get saved. But God called Israel his firstborn. We all got a chance to get saved. But God called Israel his firstborn. And he exercised all the power of the first beast before him, and causes the earth and him that dwell therein to worship the beast, the first beast, whose deadly wound was healed. And he doeth great wonders, so that he maketh fire come down from heaven on the earth in the sight of men. So what is that fire? What is that miracle the Bible calls it? And deceives them that dwell on the earth by the means of those miracles, see, which he had power to do in the sight of the beast. What is the miracles? Hiroshima and Nagasaki. That's those miracles. They call fire to come down from heaven. So things is happening. But see, the only thing about it is when you're reading the way the world teach you to read the scriptures, you'll never know. You'll be scratching your head. Because you're trying to figure out what is the beast? What is this? They got to have a name. And they do. They got a name. But if you're reading the way they taught you, you'll never know. You're scratching your head because God give it in similitudes. But he give the prophecies to Jacob. That's in Psalms 147. 147, verse 19 and 20, if somebody want to read it. Psalms 147. Just showing you, it's there. Yeah. They want to destroy Israel. God said not so. So somebody read 19, man. Y'all gotta bring Bibles next time.
He shewed his word unto Jacob,
There you go.
his statutes and his judgments unto Israel.
Uh-huh.
He hath not dealt so with any nation. As for his judgments, they have not known them. Praise ye the Lord.
Amen. See what I'm saying? You can say what you want, but there we go. You keep showing, keep reading the scripture. You're always talking about Israel. Always talking about Israel. Always talking about Israel. Talking about us. We are Israel. We are the tribe of Judah here in America. And we waking up our brothers. We know where our brothers at. Them people over there can't wake up nobody. They've been over there a long time. Like one man said, where's your other 12, where your other 11 brothers at? They don't even know. They say they lost. They ain't lost. You don't know who they are because brothers' spirits connects. They connect. I remember when you introduced yourself to your father and he was over there with your brothers. And they knew, they looked at you and looked at Leon. And you said, and I said, Leon, he got different eyes, everything. But when I saw that other good brother as tall as Leon, he said the spirit connected. The spirit connected just like that. That's how it is. That's how we know. Don't you notice when y'all deal with Mexicans, you don't look at them the same way you look at Esau. Why? Because there's a connection there. You just don't know what it is. Because you know some Mexicans are dark, real dark, some are black. When I was overseas, I met a lot of Puerto Ricans, and they was dark like me and you, like we are, dark as Lorenzo. I said, man. He said, yeah, my father darker than me. I said, oh yeah. But we couldn't connect. You can't connect until God shows us the connection. See what I'm saying? And God's showing us the connection. He's waking us up. He's waking up Judah. That's right. He's waking us up. Now we know who we are. And we know who they are. Now, I'm not saying everybody that's Mexican is Israel, but we know where they at. Some people over there in Israel don't know where nobody at. You've been over there since 48, am I right? 1948. And since 48, you ain't met no more of your brothers. See what I'm saying? They've been lying. That's all they do. They've been lying. You ain't met none of your brothers. Somebody lying. Because God introduced us to this a few years ago. And you see all these Israelites, and they meet in different ones. They went. Some of them, Bishop Nathaniel went back to Africa, and he met some of the Butu, some of that tribe. And they've been over there. They said we was here when they came. The man said we was here when they came and took our brothers over to the Americas. They was over there.
Hebrews over there?
Huh?
The Hebrews over there?
Hebrews are over there now. That's right. He said our ancestors was here. And how they knew the difference from us, because the Africans, they got things. Because remember, God told us don't have things in our nose. They got things in their nose. They got things right here. They got things on their lip. They got things in their ears. Remember, God told us don't do those things. Remember that? And they women got those things in their lips. So when The Americans or the people over here came and got us, they knew who to get. Because they didn't want them people all cut up like that, and all chopped up like that. Because they selling them into slavery. So they need some perfectly nice looking people. So they knew who to get. That's what they did. They went and got us. God made them pick us. That's right. God told you going into slavery, you're going to captivity. That's what God did. He brought us to slavery by disobedience. And they knew who we were. They knew exactly. We didn't know who we were because when we came over here, they destroyed us. They wiped us out. We just read, the Bible said, going to discontinue all of our inheritance. We can discontinue. Now we waking up. We know who we are. Because God woke us up. He woke up Judah first. That's right. So we got to continue to wake up and tell our brothers, to wake up. So God called us to go get our brothers. That's what we do. We get our brothers. We got to love our brothers again. All them young black men. I see them out there preaching. I see them out there preaching on the streets. And I pray and I encourage them. Go ahead on, man. Brothers need to hear. They need to hear what you're saying. You understand? They don't know. And they waking up young brothers too. That's why I was telling my daughter. I said I would like to have a school for the boys, because God always wants to get the young boys. He always wants the young kids, because they're easy to absorb. You understand? You tell them that truth, they believe that truth. They know they're Israel. We are Israel. That's right. From the tribe of Judah. We are the offspring of David. So I'll send you when I get some time, I'll send you the 7 heads and the 10 horns. I text it over to you. The 7 heads, they belong to Esau. I'll send it over to you. So one day as we continue to build, when we get to church, I would like to put a screen up so when we talking, we can show what we're talking about. So people need, people, especially men, we like to see. That's just how it is. Hey man, you okay? All right. Hey lady, come here. What you doing? You feeling good, Jerry? Because there's a flower. That's a pretty flower. Yes, it's a pretty flower. Pretty too. Go ahead, man. Jumping and dancing. I listen to the brothers, man. Y'all probably listen to them a couple times on YouTube. They be talking 1 and 2 hours. Because if you don't talk and expound on it, when you meet people like them brothers Sharp, they on top of their stuff. They on top of the game, huh?
Oh yeah.
They're very impressive, ain't they?
Very impressive.
That's right.
I said it convinced me. Like, wow.
Yeah. And they stayed in the scriptures, didn't they?
Yeah, the whole
they
time.
had no Quran or nothing else, did
They
they?
stayed in the Holy Scriptures.
Stayed in the Holy Scriptures.
They didn't even have to go to the Apocryphas.
That's right.
They just stayed right there in the what?
Sure did. What we already knew.
They done feature with your own word.
That's right.
I said, this is nuts.
Man, you should have seen how they were talking to those Jehovah's Witnesses. One of them had a Jehovah's Witness come to his house, man. And that guy was dealing with that Jehovah's Witness. And then the other guy was talking to the Mormons. I said, look at that. God is waking up Israel. He waking Israel. That's right. He waking up his son. He said, Israel, he said, let my people go. My firstborn. He waking up Israel. That's right. You can see it, can't you?
Yeah.
Man, that is something else. And I said, we got to be as sharp as them, or even sharper. Because we got Holy Ghost powers. Am I right? They ain't got Holy Ghost power. They still, you can hear when they talk, they little swearing and cursing every now and then. I bypass that.
I said, that man provoked me to jealousy. I'm like,
Yeah, don't that provoke you? Man, I said, let's get in the Bible in the kitchen and start reading. Thank you. Lord, all this long, and this guy here, man, breaking the scriptures down. Man, he breaking the scripture down, wasn't he? Lord have mercy. I said, look at this, young boys too, man. They're in their 20s and 30s.
I couldn't sleep.
I know.
Yeah.
I No, because they was on top, and you knew they was right. Because when they talk, what I did, I started following along, and I read the scripture. And like one of them said, the problem with y'all is you don't know how to read scriptures. Man said, yeah, we read scripture. We start from Genesis. He said, no, you don't start from Genesis. Well, that's the beginning. You always start from the beginning. He said, brothers, how are we supposed to read the scriptures? The man said, line upon line, all at the same time. I said, wow.
Oh my
That
God.
blew me away. He said, how are we supposed to read it? They said, line upon line, precept upon precept. I said, wow, look at these guys.
Oh man.
That was something else, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Here we in the word all the time. And we can't get the word because we're not sincere like they are. They sincere. So we got to do what? We got to get sincere.
Yeah,
don't
that
we?
was mad. That was great.
It was magnificent, wasn't it?
It was.
I kid you not. When I first heard them, I'm thinking they militant. They are militant.
Yeah.
But I'm thinking they, my son Renzo said, Daddy, they sound kind of racist. And I'm thinking the same thing. Until I started listening to them more and more. And I said, man, God is racist. Because that's what they said, God's racist? Yes, he is.
She's been racist from the beginning.
He was racist. Who he helped? He helped nobody but who?
Israel.
Israel.
He said Abraham was his friend.
Thank you. Abraham was his friend. And he loved Jacob. He said, Jacob I love, but what? Esau I hate. So when I read that, I'm blown away. I said, man, God is racist. Because he said, how many families in the world? Anybody know how many families in the world? Nobody know. This is a lot of families. Am I right? There's a lot of families. But when I read this, when they read
Israel's the only family he knows.
say it again.
He said Israel's the only family he knows.
That's what blew me out. Because they told me, when they read that, he said, you only have I known of all the families of the earth. Who's the family that God knows? Oh, Israel. And how many times we read this scripture? We read it. We read it. But we never took it to heart until God opened our understandings through our brothers. See what I'm saying? What he said, Brother Bud? You only.
Israel.
That's right. He said, you only have I known. I said, wow. And then when you read it, then you read about Jesus. And Jesus said, he told the woman, what did he tell the woman? That she had a disease. I am not sent, but unto the house of Israel. That's crazy. And then they show the 4th chapter, we're going to be dismissing a few. The 4th chapter of Matthew's, the woman at the well. Now this will show you how, when I said the 2 candlesticks is Israel and Judah. This is another one. God showed this to me a little time back. But the 4th chapter of Matthew's, watch this. The woman was at the well. She was they call her a Samaritan, right?
Yep.
So what do that mean that Samaritans are heathens, Gentile nations? Nope. Blew me out of the water too. Because you gotta understand, I'm following and I'm reading. And I'm in prayer with God to confirm. You can't help but confirm because it comes from the scriptures. Anytime a man reads from the scriptures, well, he can be right or wrong. God gonna confirm. You understand? So if he wrong, God will confirm it. Because in the mouth of 2 or 3 witnesses. Let what? Every word big step. So they didn't just give me one scripture. You understand? They gave us what? More than one scripture. Didn't they do that? Watch this. 4th chapter of Matthew's. Let's see here. Yeah. Lord have mercy.
Get kings out.
Huh?
Get kings out.
No, was it? No, I'm sorry. John, 4th chapter of John. I'm thinking about the woman But it's John because I marked it. Because I'm saying, man, 4th chapter ain't marked. I thought I marked it. You look at it, ain't marked. I know I marked it. 4th chapter, John. Okay, here you go. Watch this here. Listen to me. Then cometh he to a city of Samaria, which is called Sinai, near to a parcel of ground that Jacob gave to his son Joseph. I'm going to jump down. Verse 7. There cometh a woman of Samaria to draw water. Jesus said unto her, give me to drink. For his disciples were going away unto the city to buy meat. Then said the woman of Samaria unto him, how is it that thou, being a Jew, askest drink of me, which am a woman of Samaria? For the Jews have no dealings with the Samaritan. Why don't have no dealings with the Samaritan, Brother Renzo?
Jacob, give me cookies.
Why they don't have no dealings with the Samaritans?
I know.
Goes up.
The Samaritans not living right.
Huh?
The Samaritans not living right.
No, right. They're not living right. The Samaritans are what? The northern kingdom. Am I right?
Yeah, and the other kingdom.
They're the northern
They think
kingdom.
they better than the Jews.
Well, see, the Jews think they're better than them. Because the Samaritans don't have the truth no more, remember? Because Rehoboam and Jeroboam was separated. And Jeroboam separated Israel from the truth.
Okay.
So they never did come back to the truth. So Israel had no deal. Jews had no deal. Who is Jews? Jews is Judah,
And
Benjamin, and help me out, Brother Renzo. Judah, Benjamin, and the one tribe that don't have no inheritance.
Levi.
Levite. That's right.
Because they're the priests.
Right, they're the priests, so they divided among all the tribes. So now you know.
You want these?
And look what Jesus answered and said unto her, if thou knewest the gift of God, who it is that said unto thee, give me to drink, thou wouldst have asked of him, and he would have given thee living water. The woman said unto him, Sir, thou hast nothing to draw with, and the well is deep. From whence then hast thou that living water? And art thou greater than who? See who our father is?
Mm-hmm.
We say our father is? Jacob.
Oh, okay.
See that? He said, verse 12, art thou greater than our father, Jacob? See? They were family. But you don't have one family, you don't have nothing to do with the other family.
Yeah, them Johnsons, man.
Them Johnsons are rough, ain't they?
Yeah.
Rosetta's rough, ain't she? You can get some family member, boy, they can be pretty rough. Them Johnsons are something else. Who act like them Johnsons? That guy. He act just like the Johnsons.
You one of them?
He act just like them.
One of us?
And he's in our family. You got family you just don't deal with. That's what she said. Our father, Jacob. Now if Jacob wasn't her father, she wouldn't have said that. Our father Jacob gave us the well. See what I'm saying? That's how we know. When we read that she was an Israelite, okay, but she wasn't a Jew. She was from the northern kingdom. Blew you away, didn't it? When them brothers broke that down, I said, sure enough. Because I'm thinking about how they going to prove this.
Yeah.
You understand? They prove it by letter upon letter, precept upon precept. That's how they prove it.
They said what?
Go ahead.
Nothing.
Go ahead, man.
No, it's just they feel like they changed the Bible, you know.
It does.
Yeah.
It really
They
does.
said, now read. Okay, now read it again. And
Ain't
you
that
read
something?
it, yeah. You read it again, all of a sudden you see it.
Yep.
You did that to me the other day.
Yep. And then you let them read their own Bible.
Yeah.
And their own Bible say the same thing.
Yeah.
That's what blew me out of the water.
Change the Bible.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Their own Bible, he'll let you read. They say you read your Bible. Because we don't even read our Bible. We just carry a Bible. And the ones that carry it, like myself, I didn't know I was Israel until God woke me up. And I was upset with the other race. I said, well, God, they supposed to be prophets. They say prophets. Why didn't you tell me that I was Israel? This is what God gave me. That's why I'm not upset no more. He said, I hid it from them and I hid it from you. And when he told me that, I wasn't upset no more. Because he letting me know.
Come on.
he had something to do with it.
Don't scare her.
You know, when a person knows that other people outside America know. But we're not outside America. We're right here. And they think they know. They don't know. They don't know. They really don't. And that's what God told me. Yeah, there's a lot of pages in it. Yeah, I know. Now see, if I eat that, you're going to be upset with me.